Hey guys, it's Polly. So today I'm gonna do my first time tag, but it's gonna be equestrian style. So I got my notes, my questions here, and my handy dandy idea notebook for this channel home. Got a lot of things, and yeah, so I'm gonna just read the questions and answer them as much as I can. Because some of it's like questions where I don't even know the answer because they were so long ago. Okay, let's start. Number 1, my first time on a horse. Oh, my first time on a horse, I don't even remember. I think I was like 3 months old. I don't know. I think riding, like first time on a horse, going at a pace faster than a standstill, I think I was probably like 6 months old. I don't really know. So, I don't know. That's question number 1. Now question number 2, my first time cantering. My first time cantering, it was real funny. Well, I was so excited because the day before then my riding teacher was like, okay girls, you guys are going to do your first cantering tomorrow for your lesson. I was so excited, and it was in Peru because we got grandparents in Peru, y'all. And so yeah, and then she has horses, like all of her horses for lesson horses are like so trained to her voice. Like she's like, okay, trot, and then they trot like without like you even giving them the cue. She's like, okay everybody now trot, and then the horses are just like, oh you mean trot? Okay fine, I'll trot. And so like it's really hard to make them listen to you and not to her. But yeah, so she was just like, okay horsey, canter. So she made us trot, and then she's like, okay, canter. And then they cantered, and I was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. And of course, I had the worst EQ in the world. I was like, oh yes, this is so amazing. So, yeah, that was my first time cantering. Number 3, my first time falling off. Okay, my first time falling off was on my first pony. He is a POA, so it is a cross between a Shetland pony and an Appaloosa. And so he was a little bit cuckoo, and we got him when he was 37. He acts like a complete, like a 2-year-old. It was so crazy. And so we were going down a hill, my mom was leading me, and the hill was like this. And so we were just walking down the hill, like our dog comes crashing through like the side of the hill, so he spooks and takes off, and so I fall off. And then I trip my mom as I'm falling off. So we start rolling down the hill, and then we roll into a tree, and then, so yeah, we roll into the tree, we're full of scratches and whatever. And then Thor, my pony, he just kind of stands next to the tree like, why did you just fall off? Like, why? I don't know what your problem is. So yeah, that was my first time falling off. Number 4, my first time jumping. That was also in Peru. So we were on a trail ride with my riding teacher, and this was like a week after my first time cantering. What happened was I was on this cute little, like not very little, it was like the safest horse that my riding teacher in Peru had. And so we were just on trail, like my sister, my riding teacher, and I. And my sister was on this crazy tiny little ding dong of a pony, and he decided that like a bird next on a tree was gonna kill him. So he's like, I'm taking off. So he took off, and he started bucking and galloping, and my sister was having a very hard time staying on. And then he went to like a little like a ditch. And he was like, I'm gonna jump over that, but the ditch was like this wide. And then, so the pony jumped it, and then started going up a hill. And then, so my horse was like, oh, he's doing it. I think we should do it too. So he started cantering. Well, thankfully he didn't buck. He just started a really nice canter, like, oh, da-da-da-da, and then he just jumps it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm holding onto his neck, and my sister finally had grabbed the rein, and she was pulling him around in a circle, and he was still trying to buck and like go crazy. And my teacher was like, what are you doing? So she makes her horse canter, and then she jumps up a little ditch, and then she's like, what did you do? And my sister was like, I'm sorry, it just spooked. So, yeah, that was my first time jumping. My first time vaulting. Okay, so we actually heard of vaulting through my sister's friend, and she was like, oh, I really want to try vaulting. And so we're like, okay, yeah, we'll try vaulting with you. And so we went. Anyways, we kept going, we did the lesson, and I really loved it. And then, like, a month later, my sister's friend was like, oh, I have no social life if I vault. So she stopped vaulting, and my mom was like, okay, girls, you can either stop vaulting, or we can keep going and see what it's like just by ourselves. And we were like, yeah, we want to do it still, so we're still doing it. So yeah, that was our first time vaulting. Number 6, my first time dealing with a misbehaving horse. Okay, so this was also in Peru, and so it's another pony, and so my riding teacher was looking for a little pony for the little kids, and she was like, okay, well, since you're gonna be here for a while, it can be your project, and because you're the only one that's small enough to ride him, then you're the best rider out of all my small riders. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna train a little pony for little kids. So we tried him out, and he was like cantering, trotting, walking, whatever, fine, both sides, like just great. And then when we brought him to the barn, like a week later, I got on him, and he decided that instead of cantering, no, cantering is boring, I'm gonna buck, and then I'm gonna just stop and rear a few times, and then trot really fast, and then just stop again. So that was it. Dealing with a misbehaving horse, and I was like 10, so that was that. And my first time showing. Okay, this was another time in Peru, and it was on the horse that I first jumped on as well, and I really liked that horse. So it was like a little, like, pony club thing where you grab the bucket off the pole and then put it on that pole and grab the stick from the ground and stuff. So I did that, but I had the hardest time grabbing the bucket from one pole, putting it on the other pole, and I don't know why, I just couldn't grab it, and so, yeah, but I got second place, so, oh well. My first time on a trail ride. That was the day I fell off of my pony. So, yeah, that was my first time on a trail ride. My first time galloping was, we were cantering, and it was a while ago. Like, it was when, I don't remember what horse I was on, but we were cantering down, like, a really nice field, and then we were just like, whoa, this is so fun. And we just got carried away, and they started galloping. So that was that, and I think I was like 11. Number 10, my first time bareback. My first time bareback was on my sister's first horse. She was so fat that it was like not worth it to put a saddle on, because she was like 14 hands, and so it was really not that bad, and so I just hopped on her bareback and ride her around. And number 11, second to last, is my first time swimming with a horse. That was actually this summer, and I wasn't technically swimming, like he wasn't swimming, it wasn't that deep enough. It was like up to like almost his back, like almost the top of his back, and I was just sitting on him, and it was in the river down below our house, and it was really fun, but I really hope that I can actually like go to like a pond or something and really swim with him, because that would be so fun. That's one of my dreams. So yeah. Number 12, and the very last first time question is my first time cantering bareback. Well, my first time cantering bareback, I also fell off. So I was riding the same horse, my sister's first horse, and so I was just on her bareback, and she was in heat, and there was this stallion across the fence, and I was like, no, you can't go over there, because no, I don't want to get like hurt or anything, and I don't want you to get hurt through the fence and stuff. So I was like, okay, no, you can't go. And then we went past him, and she just like got this really weird fit where she just like took off cantering and bucking, and like I was a really bad rider. I think I was like 8 or 9, and So I was like trying to hold on, and then she did this humongous buck, so I just flew off her and landed like next to her a few feet away, and then she just stopped and started eating next to my head. So she's like, no, that stallion, he doesn't matter anymore, I don't really care. Not really into him anymore, so that was really frustrating. So yeah, that was my first time tag equestrian style. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up, and if you could subscribe, and please tell people about us, because we'd like to share our videos with more people, and it's awesome that we already have a few subscribers. So yeah, all of my social networking shenanigans will be down in the comments, so Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and bye!